Hello, BookTube. I've got a delightful little bit of light verse to read to you today for our daily poem. It's in the Norton Anthology of Poetry, this wonderful old volume that I found for cheap at the Brattle and have been getting a huge amount of use out of. It's in this anthology, but it's not in this anthology. What could this mean? I can show you what this means. The original owner of this book typed out a poem and put it in the book. There's a poem inside this poetry anthology. I figured it was high time that I read it, since somebody went to the bother of putting it in here. Even though the author is Morris Bishop of Cornell, who once upon a time was a very well-known author in America. Wrote biographies, was a fan of writing verse, including light verse, published all the time. Plenty of book collections of his verse and his occasional writing. He's now, I think, probably completely forgotten. And he's not in this volume, but somebody included him, and they included one of his most famous poems, from his own time, probably his most famous poem, which is called "How to Treat Elves." So I thought I'd read you that, since it's in this poetry collection and it's not in any other, right? If you were to go to a used bookstore and find this, it might have other stuff that had been tipped into it, but it wouldn't have this. That's what makes these. That's what I love about finding a used book that had a previous owner with a bit of character, is that it's the thing they make of that book is one of a kind. Their annotations, their additions, their ephemera. But anyway, this is How to Treat Elves by Morris Bishop. I met an elf man in the woods, the weeest little elf, sitting under a mushroom 'twas taller than himself. How do you do, little elf, I said, and what do you do all day? I dance and frolic about, he said, and scuttle about and play. I spies the butterflies, and when a katydid I see, Katy didn't, I say, and he says Katy did to me. I hide behind the mushroom stalk when Mr. Mole comes through, and only just to frighten him, I jump out and say boo. And when I swing on a cobweb swing up in the air so high, and the crickets chirp and hear me sing upsy-daisy-die. And then I play with the baby chicks and call them chick, chick, chick. And what do you think of that, I said? He said, I said, it makes me sick. It gives me sharp and shooting pains to listen to such drool. I lifted up my foot and squashed the goddamn little fool. That is How to Treat Elves, in case you encounter one at the bottom of the garden and he starts to talk babble like that. And I've noticed this thing in this volume every time I've gone hunting for something else to read, so I figured it was high time that I pulled it out and read this. Somebody was a Morris Bishop fan. Nice to know that at some point there was one. That would be great. But as far as I know, there are no Morris Bishop books that are in print. None of his biographical studies. He wrote a great book on Petrarch that is gone, just well and truly gone. These things were out in the world. They were sold. People knew his name. The anthologies of little bits and pieces of his poetry, his serious poetry, his fun poetry, occasional speeches or essays and whatnot, those sold well. Not anymore. But at least he's in this anthology. He's not in the table of contents, but somebody added him, and that's fine by me. So that's your poem for today, How to Treat Elves. But I'll be back. Thank you, BookTube.